Hi Fiona, great to meet up with you and do some further work on your game. Just a quick recap of the key points that we discussed. I mean, first and foremost, you can see on the two screens on the left that the takeaway is much more appropriate than it was. The sweet spot now is tracing a path that is less straight back and up and is a little bit more of a gradual inwards and upwards move. You could keep adding more and more of that and make it a little bit more neutral, as we said in your last visit. I think to go from where you were on the top left to where you are now on the bottom left is a nice change to make, and one that fits in with your natural move that you've had for a number of years. So if it stayed like it is on the bottom left, I can work with that. If we can get it a little bit better, that'd be great, but overall we're starting to see some benefits in regards to the overall action that you make. One of the things we talked about was where to go on the through swing. We see here with Grant Waite that as he comes through the golf ball, he's extending. You can see that the angle of the belt buckle, if you will, is pointing upwards. The spine is stretched out. The neck extends. And the club face does not close down rapidly through the hip. With yourself at the start of the lesson, you're doing a lot of good things pre-impact. And then through impact, there was just a tendency to add too much flex and roll the hands excessively, largely due to the position that you used to come into the ball from. You don't need to do this anymore, which is why a lot of your shots are a little bit steep or wrapping over to the left. So as you come through the ball, adding too much flex, adding too much roll, you can see there that the neck's flexed forward, the spine's flexed forward, and the pelvis or the hips are still in their forward bend. So what we had you do was hit some shots without a backswing, so there's no accumulation of power in the backswing on this one. And we're learning to use the ground effectively, so a little bit more of a thrust upwards as we come through the ball. The only source of power we have now are the angles in the ankles, the knees, the forward bend in the hips and the spine. So what we do now is to create power, we use the ground, we push up out of the ground. The hips come out of the forward bend, the spine starts to get stretched off, as does the neck, and as a result the club has, or there is an ability to control the amount at which the club face rolls over and the arms get flung off the torso, which will result in a much tighter shot pattern, a little bit less of a push stroke hook scenario. So as we discussed in the session, keep working on the drills. Go out and play your golf. When you go out and play your golf, I don't want you thinking too much, but what you do need to be doing is implementing the drills as much as you can in your training period. As we discussed before, you know, we don't want to just spend too much time wishy-washy practice. We've got to take more of a conditioning approach to things when you're out there on the range, and keep working diligently on the drills, and you'll start to see that the pieces we discussed start to bed themselves into your actual swing at full speed. Good luck with it. I look forward to working with you again in a few weeks' time. Well done.